What is up, Hardcore Nation? Hardcore here with Season 3, Episode number 4. Hard to believe we're actually on Episode 4 already. It seems like we were just trying to figure this whole thing out just like last week. So, first of all, I want to definitely thank everyone who has helped us get to where we are right now with being able to have this show and be more consistent than we've been able to be in the past. So again, spread the word. Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, we're going to talk about national racing. We're going to talk about local racing, and we are going to try to be consistent and be here every week, week in and week out. And that way it's something that we can grow and people can count on. So again, welcome to the show. So to start off the show tonight, just want to do a couple reminders. Remind folks that we have the giveaway tool. So in the comments during the show, if you just will comment hashtag Hardcore Nation, it automatically enters you to win at the end of the show a swag bag. So we are doing swag bags for every episode, and that's part of our shout outs tonight. So we are going to turn the giveaway tool on. All right. So anytime during the show, if you want to make a comment in the show, it will get, again, hashtag Hardcore Nation. It will enter you in for the swag giveaway at the end of the show. All right. So other shout outs for tonight. Want to give a shout out to all the folks who have jumped on to help us do a little bit more with the swag bag giveaways. First of all, I want to give a shout out to our first couple swag bag winners. Dalton McDonald. Also want to give a shout out to our first ATV Fantasy winner last week, Xander White, and then also our first Episode 3 Hardcore Nation winner by entering Hardcore Nation in the comments. That was Brian Kiger. So congrats to Brian Kiger for him winning there. And then I also want to give a shout out to a couple new companies that are coming on board to be a part of the swag bag giveaway. And that is 9-2, talk to 9-2, talk to Tanner Walker earlier this week, and he said, heck yes, man, we want to be a part of this. It wasn't 2 days later, I had a box show up on my porch with all kind of 9-2 gear, hats, t-shirts, stuff that we're going to add to our swag bag giveaway. So if you're interested in something from 9-2, that's one of our options for our giveaway. Also want to thank Custom Access Shocks, Micah McDonough. Micah, talked to him. He said absolutely they wanted to be on board, be a part of the swag giveaway as well. So we've got folks interested, and we want to keep that rolling. Of course, we want to keep giving shout outs to Kenda Tires for their support of basically this whole show and making this possible for not only the show, but also Hardcore Harvey Motorsports and the racing we do as well. So their support. And then also one of our guests, hopefully tonight, will be Larry Mills. We're trying to figure out how to get the tech situated with him to bring him on the show. And he's actually going to be here to talk about some special DP brakes giveaways that we're going to do as part of the show as well. So, but I'm not going to roll that out till we can get Larry on here, because he's went above and beyond to be a part of what we're doing here. So I definitely want to provide him the opportunity to be here and talk about it himself. Okay, a couple other real brief shout outs. These will be kind of our local shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Adam McGill for his back-to-back wins this weekend. He won at the NECXC round 1, and he turned around and won again on Sunday at the Mountain State. I also want to give a special shout out to Brady Myers. Brady Myers, the shout out goes to Brady because on lap one at the New East Coast Series, Brady Myers was beating and leading Adam McGill into the field section coming back to the start-finish line. So now it looked like Adam was pushing him and giving him everything he wanted, and Brady was hanging on for dear life. But very cool, Brady. Congrats for a great lap 1 at the East Coast race. Want to give a shout-out to Mick Heister for his return this past weekend. In fact, he came back in a big way. Not only did he come back and race, he came back and raced back-to-back races. So Mick Heister, welcome back. Want to give a shout out to Marcus Clutter, local guy that he's coming back also, and he's going to be battling in the New East Coast Vet B class. And we talked last week about where he should race, and we kind of decided on Vet B was a good fit. he sent me a text, said, man, you're right. He goes, that's a great class, but there's some super fast guys in there. And he goes, and I'm really out of shape. So shout out to Marcus Clutter for being back. Hope you can stick with it, buddy, and keep joining us week in and week out. And then my last shout out to local goes to Chinese Joe McConnell for his comeback also. He was at round 1, and every time he came by me, he was like shaking his hand, like he couldn't feel his hand. His arm was hurting. And but he did finish. He did a solid 4 laps. And we call him Chinese Joe because he cuts his grass in this giant Chinaman hat. So that's how he got that name. So Joe, welcome back also. And
I asked you if it was okay to say Chinese.
This is not a politically correct show. So, I mean, we're not going to lose that many viewers if it upsets somebody.
You know how the things work right now.
Yep. All right. So here we go. We got Tommy Croston jumped on the show. Hello, Tommy. Appreciate you joining us. Karina Henry. So real quick shout out to Karina Henry also. She has become the basically the Team Kenda photographer for at least the local series, the New East Coast series, and she did a great job this weekend. We got a team picture for round 1. We're going to do a team picture every round. So if you weren't at round 1, don't get too excited. We are going to do that each round. So we appreciate her. And then she also took a lot of sponsorship specific pictures with Kenda that weekend as well. And she did a great job. So if you haven't checked her out yet, you need to check her out. I believe that's KH Photography. Karina, if I got that wrong, throw it up in the comments so that I can make sure that I give you some props there. So thanks for doing that as well. All right. So before we get into our fantasy picks, which will be the kind of one of the first things we do early in the show, I want to go give shout outs to our Dirt Dominators of the week. And all of these riders are from the East Coast race this weekend, round 1 at CJ Raceway. And kind of the parameters of this where you had to win by at least 5 minutes in your class to be considered a Dirt Dominator. So real quick, in the Senior A class, 40 plus, brand new class for the East Coast Series, Todd Muscala won by 13 minutes. Open B, 22 plus, Nick Blaney, only one in that class to do 5 laps. Senior 40 plus, Chad Mo Nicholson won by a whole lap. Congrats, buddy. I know I talked to him also, and he was a little sore also. And then Open C 23 plus, Corey Zeck won by 6 plus minutes. Vet C 30 plus, Josh Hemme won by 19 minutes. In the women's class, our own Nikki Wilhelm from Team Kenda won by 18 plus minutes. Schoolboy 12 to 17, Quinn Tucker put on a show at 13 plus minutes with his win. Open Sport, Ryan Mason won by 7.5 minutes. And that will wrap up our Dirt Dominators for this week. So congratulations to all those guys who got out there this weekend and put a hurting on everybody in their class. All right. So let's check some comments here. Toby Hughes, Hardcore Nation. David Hawkins. Hey, guys. David, appreciate you tuning in also. David, we're going to have you on the show soon, buddy. So keep me posted on your progress. Karina Henry, thanks for the shout out. Glad to be part of it. And officially, there it is. KH Photography XC Edition. David Hawkins jumping in on the giveaway, and Jennifer Bateman jumping in on a giveaway. So we definitely appreciate you guys being here. So at this point, we are going to bring.
Hey,
there he is. XC Lay with us, and XC's here. When you see him on the screen, there can only be one thing that's happening next, and that is ATV Fantasy Picks. So
that's right. The league is back.
So we kind of got off to a rough start in round 1. I mean,
I don't know about we. I mean, I'm doing pretty good.
I mean, you did well, but I mean, I did. And we also kind of forgot some of the stuff the way we did it the first time around. So Clay and I have since got our crap together. And if you remember in the past, Clay and I used to battle for riders because when we do our ATV Fantasy Picks, we alternate picks. So we are going to be focused on the GNCC ATV Fantasy Picks. Those are going to be live here coming up with Clay and I. And Clay, I got an idea. So just to make things a little more interesting, number one curveball I'm throwing you is I got my beautiful wife here to my left off camera, but she's mic'd up. She's going to be making picks also.
Oh, okay.
It's not hello.
Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. How about now?
Can we hear you?
There you are. Yep. There she is. We got her. So we're going to have her. But then I want to call a guy that we just got to know a little bit better this weekend and see whether he will jump in and be part of the picks with us also. So we've just added this guy to the team Kenda, and his name is Nathan Pierce. And he came in and he pitted with us this weekend at the Team Kenda Riders Row, put in a good ride. We're going to have him tell us a little bit about that. And then we're going to see whether he has got what it takes to jump in and make picks just random live on this live stream. So what do you think? Can we bring him in?
Yeah, bring him on.
You got
Call
any
him up.
protest? You protesting that?
No, I'm not protesting because we have so much experience in the fantasy league that even though we're alternating, I am confident that we will smear him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think
you're
so.
you're that confident, huh?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I've got a lot. I've got all my data, all my research. I've got numbers. I've got highlights.
What is that?
Hey, it's called preparation.
What is that mess?
Says analytics.
Oh,
My
that's what I forgot.
analytics.
You're the analytic guy. My bad.
That's right.
Okay.
And I'm
All
making.
right, well,
I've got some crazy picks this
Hey
week,
guys,
and I'm
All
excited.
right, there we go. Here
Hey,
he is.
there he
ladies and
is.
what's up?
There he is, Nathan Pierce. Nathan, welcome to the show, buddy.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, man. So, Nathan, real quick before we get into this, putting you on the spot and make you do fantasy picks with us, tell us a little bit about your first weekend with the Team Kenda and the NECXC and being on the big bike. And man, one thing, the bike looks sweet. You did a great job over the winter. So, tell us about your weekend real quick.
It was a great weekend all around. This is we kind of coming into the first round. I put in a ton of work over the off season. As like I said, when we came on and did a bunch of work to the bike, a bunch of work to the body, dropped 90 pounds over the winter. So I definitely.
So listen, if anybody needs weight loss advice, message Nathan Pierce.
It's my wife. I take no credit. It's all her. She's a heck of a coach and she's a mean one too. No. So like I said, yeah, she's that's pretty awesome. But yeah, we didn't really know where we were going to stack up. And I'll tell you what, after this weekend, I'm pumped and already ready to go for the next round.
So let me ask you this: did you feel? Could you tell that you had put in the work over the off season?
Yes, I could tell pretty early on. Especially, I led the first 2 laps of the race, and Dave Eisenman, he's one of the fastest riders in our class. He was right on my tail for 2 laps, and just being, like I said, racing him before. Usually, he gets out or gets past me, and he just leaves me. Well, I kept him behind me for 2 full laps, and then not too long after the start finish line on the first, third lap there, he got around me. And but I stayed with him and I kept him in sight, and that is just unusual for me. I didn't really know what to do, like especially the first 2 laps. I just, like, you guys have seen that meme where I didn't know what to do once I got in the lead. I'm like, holy crap, I've never done this before. So it was pretty cool. And then keeping him behind me, and we ended up coming in through the finish line second and a half apart after 2 hours of racing, or almost 2 hours of racing.
Yep, it was tight, man. It was a great race.
Tight.
Yep.
Yeah, I put everything we had.
So but you actually got the whole shot, didn't you? Did you get the whole shot?
No, I did not get the whole shot. Brian Mills got the whole shot, which that surprised us too, because Brian's typically, he's one of the guys, he starts slow and then just whips everybody too.
You checked his comment out. You reading that comment?
I didn't get.
Throw that one back up, brother. Toby Hughes is calling Nathan to win the
Somebody
red
called
plate.
me out. The red plate.
Toby Hughes.
Oh, my man. Yeah, like I said, there's a cool video I posted on our Facebook of him cheering me on after his bike broke on the side. He's actually my sponsored rider. I own PNG Outdoor Services, and I'm sponsoring him this year. So, it's kind of been a pretty cool experience, and he's one of my best buddies out there. So it was cool to see him cheer me on from the sidelines, and he caught a pretty cool video of me blazing by. So. Yeah.
Well, good deal, man. All right. So I'm about to throw a curveball on you guys real quick that nobody knows about but me. Happened last second. And we're about to bring up, ladies and gentlemen, Chloe Harper is here. Sweetie, coming out of the cheap seats. So just so happens, Clay.
I want to know why Clay was so nervous.
Well, I've got it on paper. I'm not changing shit. I'm not changing.
All right. So listen up. So just so you know, the curveball is I've got a guest on tonight from each class that we're picking fantasy in. So we're going to get the down and dirty right from them about what's really going on inside the lines in between the arrows in each class. So Chloe, welcome, hon.
Oh no! Why
Can you
can't
hear
we
me?
Oh, hey, hold on.
Unmute your mic.
yourself. There you go. There
you go. All right. Hey, Clay, can you pull that? Willie Porter, Hardcore Harvey, thanks, buddy. Can you pull that comment down real quick?
Oh, give me 1 second. Which one?
Willie Porter's comment.
Oh,
there we go. So there we go. Now we can see Chloe's. You just put it back up.
There we go.
There we go. All right. So Chloe, had a great season so far. You've been in the mix every race. The conditions have been a little bit different each race. You've dealt with different stuff. You've been in the lead. You've not been in the lead. You've caught the lead. So tell us how you're feeling coming into this weekend, because I am going to base my picks on what you say here in the next few minutes.
I would say I'm feeling pretty good. I'm just ready to go down to South Carolina and try to do what I did at the first round there again and hopefully bring home a win.
Well said. Yeah. Well said. I should get first pick in women's.
Absolutely not. This is my show. How can you get first pick on my show? No, you can't get
first pick on both.
Okay, we're doing women's first. I get first pick.
Oh, this
period.
is such
done. Boom.
Baby
boom.
back Mickey Mouse bullshit. Bomb drop already.
All right. So Chloe, so you won round 1, correct?
Yes.
Round 2. Remind me what went on in round 2 in the sands of Florida.
So round 2 got off to a little bumpy start, but by lap 2, I was in the lead. Lap 3, I wrecked and knocked the wind out of me, and I was there sitting trying to get my bike started, so I fell back to 4th. And on the last lap, I battled with Morgan Johnson and made a pass around mile marker 12 to take home a 2nd place. So then the unexpected winner of that round was what, Brunderly? Is that her name? McKenna. It was well deserved. She deserved a great win. She worked hard. She rode down in Florida. She did everything that she could possibly do to deserve that win. She deserves a lot. She did great. All
right. So then we come back to Georgia, and the elements are different. Now it's not dusty. It's not hot. It's not sandy. Complete opposite. What happens in Georgia?
So again, I was battling with Morgan and McKenna, and by lap 2, I was in 2nd place, battling with Morgan. And I come into my pit 40 seconds behind, and I catch her. On the last lap, I had no front brakes, no rear brakes, and around mile marker 6 or 7, my left front tire locked up. The rock guard inside there broke and locked my whole front tire up, and I sat there for a while until I could get it undone and ended that race with a 5th.
All right, so back up for me just 15 seconds there. Before you started having brake issues, where were you?
6 or 7 in between.
Okay. All right. So now key questions for me are, have you been working out since Georgia?
Yes. Every day.
She gets up at 5
sometimes twice a day.
My wife says you get up at 5 a.m. Is that true?
She said that in her last interview.
I know, but we couldn't hear it because the audio was so terrible the last interview. We couldn't understand anything she said.
He's deflecting. He just doesn't.
All right. So you raced this weekend. You raced this weekend.
I like when Taylor's mic'd up. This is awesome.
New East Coast Series. You came out. What class did you ride there?
I run 15 plus Open B.
Okay. And how'd that go?
It went pretty good. I led the whole first lap, and I got passed by Heath and Caden, and somehow my times got messed up, and it said I ended with a 5th, but I stayed on the lead lap. Okay. And I ended up with a 3rd, I guess. We are working, getting all that figured out.
Well, now listen, you and I have raced enough together in multiple national and local series to know that those two young men are fast.
Yes,
so that is not like you got beat by any slouches right there, because it's all I can do. And I don't even know if I can this year, but it was all I could do last year to stay in front of those two. So that's a quality 3rd place win right there.
Admitting your brokenness?
I'm admitting I'm slightly broken. Yes. All right. So Chloe, if you got 30 seconds to convince me why I should pick you number 1 in my fantasy pick this weekend for Georgia. For South Carolina.
Well, I get up and I train and I work out. I'm a full-time dental student on top of racing, plus work with my mom and training. I do my best with everything I do, and I'm always out for the kids in the mornings. And I do everything I can to support every child that is there, support me, like the Weddle boys, the Dickersons, the Holcombs. They're always there for me, cheering me on. I make sure I'm there for them. And my big old family, my race family, that gives me the support I need all the time whenever I'm racing, and everybody else out there like Adam and Alan Blavos and Brady Myers, and of course you out there cheering me on, helping me through anything and everything you guys can possibly do. And to me, I feel like this is my year, and I really would like to win a championship, and hopefully against Morgan and McKenna, I am able to do some hard battling this year.
That's fantastic.
I think what she's saying that is in everything she does, she goes hardcore.
She almost said it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You're getting there pretty soon. Hardcore nation. All right. So the key question: do you feel a win? Do you feel win in your gut?
There's never a good solid answer to give for that.
This is your mom. This is your mom coaching you up.
I'm really hoping I can, but you can never know with the conditions, like malfunctions. You hope everything's perfect going down, and you give it your heart and soul on all 4 to 5 laps out there in the 2 hours that you're racing.
All right, Clay. Well, listen, thank you very much for spending a few minutes with us. You did a fantastic job. You're super well-spoken. We think the world of you. And listen, I am going to spend my first pick on you. So I am going Chloe Harper, number 1, women's ATV fantasy for the Tiger Run. Right, Clay?
You're jumping off a huge cliff there when she got first place the last time she was in South Carolina. You're going way off the map there. I'm shocked. I am so shocked.
Don't listen to him, Clay. He just does all this stuff on paper and then makes guesses about people he doesn't even know based on numbers.
I had her for my first pick. I had to cross her out.
That's why he's angry. That's why he's angry. He wanted to pick you, and I took you.
Last year, I led 7 out of the first 9 rounds last year.
See there?
Out of GNCC, so hopefully this year goes better.
Clay, real quick, who you want to say thanks to for bringing you this far?
My mom, my dad, the Surgeon family, Ober Tires, Adam McGill, Custom Max Shocks, Lone Star Racing, Flex Bar. I would have to say Moose Elite, Parts Unlimited, Pro Graphics, of course, and the Mercer family, everybody that has all come together this year to help put on a program for me. Justin Brown for the great parts for my bikes, and definitely Throttle Out Performance.
All right, girl. I'm going to let you go now because we got to go make some picks. Stay tuned.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, boys. You got the scoop. So, Clay, you better ready to throw. Oh, Clay's bitter. He looks bitter. Nathan,
I was kind of mad at that because I threw in another data point for my picks, and that was who showed up to South Carolina and how they placed in that condition. And she placed first last time she was in South Carolina. So I'm like, oh, easy first pick. And she's sleeper because she's 2 points behind both the tied leaders. So I'm like, he's not going to pick her, obviously. So I thought it slam dunk easy. But yeah, here we go. We got the points.
Here we go. All right, Nathan, can you see that? Can you see that on the screen, Nathan?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can see everybody down to 15th. So yeah.
All right, here's how it works. So obviously it's my show. I get to pick first.
No, you get to pick first because you lost last time between you and me. So loser gets to pick.
Whatever. So in the women's morning class, my first pick. Are you going to write these down for me?
I've got them both written down already.
All right. My first pick is Chloe Harper in the number 1 spot at round 4 at Tiger Run. She's my first pick.
Okay. So since you took my first, I'm going to go with my second, Morgan Johnson. She placed second last time she was in South Carolina. So if she can just edge out a win over Chloe, she could get me 15 points since it's 9 for the placement. And then what was it? No, is that right? 9 for the placement and then 3 for the podium. So for 12.
3 for the podium and 9 if you get the first place rider correct.
Okay.
All right, man. So here, so I'm going to hide this real quick. Nathan, you need that back up there? Or you got your pick?
I got my pick already.
Who's your pick?
Nikki Wilhelm. So,
Oh!
yeah, I'm going with a
Yes!
sleeper. I am
Oh
going
my
with the
God,
sleeper.
it's my
I don't.
pick.
No pressure, Nikki, at all. No pressure.
Wow. I mean, you went completely off the reservation.
Dang.
That's
Listen,
right. Hey,
much
she's
like
gonna
I
come
put-
out.
Much like I pick football players, I go on level of adorableness.
Well, considering I get a call 20 minutes before this show to say, "Hey, you want to be on the show?" I don't have much to go off of.
All right, beautiful wife. Who's your pick?
Nikki.
You're also picking Nikki?
Listen, like
Yes.
I was trying to tell you that, much like I pick football players, I go off level of adorable, and Nikki
Oh
can't
my
get it.
God.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen those blue eyes?
Nikki
Like,
officially gets the adorable pick. Wow. All
Oh,
right,
there we
here we
go.
go, Clay.
Okay.
All right,
Not
Clay,
gonna
you
roll.
get
your number 2.
my number 2 pick is going to be McKenna Brunderly in the number 2 spot.
You do this every time.
Number 2, McKenna Brunderly. So I've got Chloe Harper 1, McKenna Brunderly 2.
Okay.
What do
All
you
right.
got, brother?
So I'm actually going deep.
Oh, what?
Yep. I'm going for the number 9 spot, Alexis Keys. So
Sleeper pick.
she actually, it's risky because she didn't even show up to the South Carolina, but in her first 2 races that she did show up to, she got 5th and 7th. So she's got competitive spirit, but she just needs to show up and get on the board.
So listen,
Okay.
dude, that's one of those deals where if you hit that right, you're going to crush everybody's points.
It is a bracket buster.
It's a
And I'm
bracket
going for
buster.
it.
All right,
End of the year
Nathan
right now.
Pierce, you're up, brother. Who's your number 2 spot? You can't pick
My
Nikki
number-
again.
I can't pick Nikki again. I would, for the adorable, but no, I'm gonna go with Chloe Harper. So I was really
Chloe
impressed with the
Harper,
interview.
number 2 spot.
Yeah.
All right.
I like this Nathan guy. We're on the same
All right.
Hey,
beautiful.
that's
Who you picking?
Oh.
I was going to put Chloe next
All right.
because she's the only other one I know,
Oh, jeez.
and she's equally adorable.
Same. I mean, that's what I'm going off of. Same.
All right, man.
I-
Listen, Clay, if we get beat on this, it's going to be bad news, brother. We got
Well, hey,
All right, here we
is
go.
what it is.
My third pick. Okay.
Okay.
I am going to go my third pick. I'm going to slide down to a young lady that I tried to have on the show. We're going to have her on the show soon. We couldn't get her technology worked out. And then she was on vacation in Florida. I'm going to go my number 3 spot with Hannah Moore.
Dang it.
Hannah
Oh, okay.
Moore, the 726 of Hannah Moore. And if you notice, 2 of my 3 picks are Honda riders.
Yep.
Just so you know.
That puts me in a
no
dilemma.
brand loyalty there.
Uh-oh.
So
What's your dilemma?
I'm stuck between 2. I'm stuck between the 5th place spot for Sarah or the 4th place finisher at the last South Carolina race, Anna, for the number 10 spot. She didn't show, or she DNF'd in the 2nd round and got 11th in the 3rd, but when she did show up to South Carolina, she got 4th. So I got to.
You want like a calculator or something? I mean, you're going to use like calculator to add up some numbers and divide.
It's tough, man.
You're going to divide by pi or take the square root. Or what are you going to do?
I will pick Sarah.
You're picking Sarah?
Yep, she is currently in 5th place. She got
Parkhurst.
6th. Yes.
All right, Nathan, you're up,
Okay.
buddy. Who's your number 3 pick?
Well, I was going to go with Sarah Parkhurst. So,
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was hoping
You're
nobody
allowed.
would do that, but yeah, I'm going there. So yeah, I think
Very
she's got a
good.
shot. Looks like, I mean, she's got a pretty good record going there. So I think definitely, yeah, I'm impressed. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll go with her.
All right, last but certainly not least, beautiful. Who's your 3rd pick?
I just because I like her name, Claire Wilkin.
Clara Wilkin.
That's a cool one.
Listen, I'm going to tell you.
If I would have another daughter, I think Claire would be
Oh, my
because
God.
I like
Well,
the
look-
name. Also, it's Mama Gil.
This is how a lot of March Madness has been won.
Wow.
Just
Yes,
so you guys
okay.
know, right?
Despite
All right.
despite the pretty name, she is trending up. She got 8th and 13th,
Yes.
and then clear up to 4th. So she is within striking distance of the podium.
All right, guys, good job. Our first fantasy class is taken care of. We're going to take a break here right now. We're going to talk to this guy right here. Our rider spotlight in the Vet B 30 plus class is going to be Ryan Simmons, and Ryan Simmons happens to be racing in the 2nd fantasy class we're getting ready to pick. All right, so we're going to bring Ryan on. And there he is.
There he is.
What is up, Ryan Simmons, Vet B?
How y'all doing today?
Hey,
Good,
Ryan.
buddy. So,
Doing great since I get to pick next.
That's a
Doing
good place to
fantastic.
pick.
oh, don't listen. You never know. Ryan might say he's hurt. You might not know. He might have some secret injury he's going to reveal here on the show live.
I doubt it.
Yeah, let's hope nothing happens here in the next couple of days.
All right, Ryan. So, Ryan, real quick, man, give us a quick rundown of your season so far. You're in the mix, obviously, for the points in the class. So, tell us how things have been going.
Yeah, right now, in the points lead, I raced round one. Didn't really have much expectations for myself. Didn't really do very good last year. Kind of lost like the drive, the fire to do it. Took most of the off season just to relax. Really didn't even think.
Ryan, you're not selling me so far, buddy. You got me real scared right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I wasn't actually even going to plan to race the whole season. And then come December, January, started to get the drive again. Started working out like crazy. And then went down to round one. My goal was to get a podium, and then came out, had a decent start, and which not very good for me. I mean, I typically have a very slow start. So had a decent start, and was able to push myself up to, I think I was second going into the last lap, and I saw myself a minute behind. And how Nathan talked about how he would go a little bit slower on the last lap, that's where I like thrive. So when I saw I was only a minute behind, I'm like, I'm catching this guy. And so I ran him down, caught him, and took the win round one.
Good deal, buddy. Good deal. So now that leads us up to Georgia, the Mud Fest. How things go there? Go there?
I raced Florida too, and
yeah, but that's a
one-off.
That's a crapshoot, man. Like honestly, how'd you do in Florida?
Florida, I got third.
Okay.
Battled with the guy that won that class. He ran away from me, and I couldn't catch him. I was in the lead, and my seat fell off. Never had a seat fall off before. And in Florida, once you get behind the pack, it's hard to get around people. So he got away from me. Then we go to Georgia, and my bike fired right off the line, pulled, and stalled. My bike never stalls. So go into the woods dead last, have to fight my way back. And the guy that's in second place right now, Kite, me and him battled back and forth all day long. I was able to gap him and then push to another third place finish.
All right. So this weekend, give us a scoop. What are you feeling, man? You feeling like you're going to put it on the box? You feel like you're going to put it in the center of the box? Where are you thinking?
Oh, center of the box.
Clay's got the first pick.
Yeah, center of the box, baby.
Center of the box. The weather's looking.
What happened last time you were in South Carolina?
Hey, I'm a big, if it's nice weather, it's not too hot, it's just sunny, overcast, nice 60, 70 degree weather day. That's where the conditions where I thrive at. So that's what
Clay, he sounds like a fair weather racer.
What is happening? You gotta come in saying, this is some bullshit. I'm getting first, baby. Kite, you're in the back. None of this. I need 65.
Hey, like Deion Sanders said, look good, play good, feel good. So
there you go.
All right, man. So listen, hey, we definitely appreciate you jumping on here with us, spending a few minutes with us, Ryan. Who would you like to say thanks to for your season so far?
Yeah, let me pull that up. The first person I always like to thank is Mike Lancaster. He would go to all the races with me the past couple of years. He's taken a step back this year. He helps me with basically anything. Anytime I have a question, I reach out to him, and he's willing to help anybody. So if anybody needs any type of vapor honing or engine work, I definitely recommend him. Us
100%.
Honda people. He builds the Honda engines.
Exactly right.
Have to give a big shout out to Kenda Tires. I've been with them now for 3 years and can't say enough good things about them. Brian brought me on board, and now with Drew. They're in great hands with Drew. Pro Graphics, I park beside of them, and shout out to Chloe. She's having a great year too. Great people. If you need any type of graphic work, definitely go with them. DeRisi Racing, Grenade Coatings, Greg's ATV, Morgantown Power Sports, Wrath Racing, Empire Exhaust, IMS Tanks, Ryland Johnson Racing, Liette, Scott, Amsoil, Works Connection, Recluse, Hauser Racing, and Bad Plastics.
Good deal, man. Well, listen, good luck this weekend. I mean, since I don't get first pick, I don't want any bad juju on you. But if it happens to rain, I mean, I like my chances better.
God,
I like my chances better if it rains, man. Like
The rain slows me down.
Oh,
hey, all right, Ryan, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna make these picks, man. Thanks for being a part of the show tonight, man.
Sounds good. Thank you all.
Give him hell, Ryan.
yep, good luck.
All right, buddy. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Fantasy section number 2. Clay, you got the first pick.
I
This
do.
is
I do.
Vet B 30 plus.
Despite the need for good conditions, I'm going to put Ryan Simmons in number 1, and he's going to put David who? David Kite? Whatever. I don't even
What?
know this guy. He's
Oh,
like
You
he's-
don't have it. You don't know what my pick's going to be.
he's going in the dumpster.
Oh,
Mr.
listen.
Kite, he's flying his kite somewhere else than La La Land or whatever. He needs some help. Because
So you-
last time he was in South Carolina, he barely made the podium.
So
Like,
are
it was
you
almost-
are
it
you
was
taking
embarrassing.
Ryan? Are you taking Ryan or not? Like this, I feel
Yeah,
like you're like
Ryan Simmons,
filibustering
baby.
here.
Ryan Simmons off the line, and he's in there.
All right, good deal. Okay, so I'm about to come in the side door on you.
I
Cause-
know who you're going to pick. It's not a
No, 'cause-
side door by any
Listen,
means.
listen, because I got some inside info this weekend. I was observing
Oh.
at the East Coast race. I paid attention to some things going on. So,
Okay.
all right, I'm going to take Derek Hart in the number 1 spot.
Oh, okay. I did.
that's a
Okay.
good one.
Interesting.
Yeah,
so what's
that's
your,
right,
What's your,
yeah. Mark
spill
it
the
down.
tea. What kind of
Mark-
deets you got?
Just I can't really expand on that other than
Oh, you've already got him picked. You got to spill the beans.
dude, he's getting back in shape. He's making a comeback, dude. He's rolling. Basically, I watched him this weekend. Just put it on the boys.
Put it on him. He's trending down. 587.
in GNCC,
Local
he
series,
is.
local
Oh,
series,
okay,
local series,
okay.
local
He
series.
got the kinks
All
worked
right.
out.
Yeah, I got it.
Nathan.
Yeah, he's flowing now.
Nathan, where
All
are you
right,
at,
Nathan,
buddy?
what do you got, buddy?
I'm going real dark horse. If you look at this, but
Nicky
just-
Wilhelm.
Yeah,
Nicky
right.
Wilhelm.
Similar pick. Dusty Gatus. So,
Oh,
Dusty Gatus.
oh,
All the way
gold, the
down there. He's got
Gatus.
two he's
Oh
got
my
two
God.
DNFs and an 8.
What kind of pick is that?
That
Listen,
is the
I
kind of
said I
pick
was
that
gonna
I've
pick
got.
the first
I got faith in my boy. He's gonna do good. He's
All right,
friends with
listen,
Toby. This is
I
my
think
old
that-
class, by the way, GNCC class. I used to I was in Vet B before I moved to utilities. So
Well, man,
yeah,
listen,
and I
think
don't
it's-
know any
I
of
think
these
it's-
guys. So
All right, Dusty Gatos. All right, beautiful.
Yes.
You're up. What do you got?
Well, guess who I'm gonna pick.
David
Ryan
Kite.
Simmons,
No.
baby.
No,
Oh, come on.
listen, I have a name buddy.
Oh,
So I'm going Taylor Lizelle.
oh, Taylor Lazelle.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
that's a
not
good
pick.
And they,
is it because
and
it
they,
sounds like
Taylors have
Gazelle?
to stick together.
Taylor stick. She's picking it because they got the same name.
Man,
All right,
like
Clay,
it.
who-
you
who's
left
your number-
the door wide open.
who's your number 2 pick?
My top 2 picks. Number 5, Corey Pancake.
You are going to Pancake. I forgot
That's
you
right.
told me that. You told me that already.
Listen, last time he was in South Carolina, he got second, and then he didn't race second round, and he got another second. He's good on the points. He got
Okay.
second place in South Carolina. He's my number 2 pick.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going with your rear view mirror call in number 2 spot. I'm going David Kite. So I'm going to put my
Oh.
boy right there in the number
Well, yeah,
2 spot.
you are correct. He's going to be in second, so that's a good pick.
All right. So, all right. Nathan Pierce, who you got, brother?
Ryan Simmons. I'll go Ryan Simmons second.
Ryan Simmons in the second place spot behind the one and only Dusty Gatos.
Dusty Gatos.
I hope
All
I
right,
never meet
beautiful. You're
David. I'm
about,
gonna
there's,
get my
there's
ass
no more
beat.
people named Taylor on here. So what,
No, because this is where I'm going because I only know 2 other names on that whole list.
okay, who you going?
Derek Hart's one of them. So
Okay.
he's next.
Oh, she's going Derek Hart in number 2 spot.
Okay.
All right, Clay, who's your last pick?
Oh man. Let's see.
Oh man.
Okay. So even though he is on a Yamaha, I am going to pick
Oh.
Stephen Moore.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
Stephen Moore. He didn't race in South Carolina, which makes me nervous, but he's very consistent. He got 4th place twice in second and third round. So if he can just get one more placement above, I'll get 6 more points.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's like dating your sister, man. Picking a
What?
Yamaha.
What are you talking about?
Good gosh. All right. So in my number 3 spot, I'm going to go with the dark horse.
Okay, I like dark horses.
Sean Slattery on the 426 Honda.
Sean Slattery. Well, at least he showed up in South Carolina. He did pretty well. He got 4th place.
Sneaky on the 4th.
It could be.
Yeah,
could turn you in more 6
All right,
more
Mr.
points.
All right, Mr. Pierce, what do you got?
We're gonna go with Corey Pancake.
There you
I
go.
like
Corey
pancakes.
Pancake.
I like my pancakes. So.
Corey Pancake.
Not anymore. You lost 90 pounds.
That's right. I'm not allowed to. I don't want my wife here this interview.
They have to
You didn't eat no pancakes.
I
All right,
need a few
beautiful.
pancakes.
Okay, so Dusty Gatos, get your life together.
Oh, she's going Dusty Gatos too.
Yes.
Oh,
my
man.
goodness, Gatos, the pressure's
gonna do
on,
this.
brother.
The pressure is on
Yeah.
for Dusty Gatos.
Let's see. Did
Is he even on
They're
here?
representing down there. So
where's Abby? She's not even making any comments about us picking Dusty Gatos.
Well, he's on
That's
a Yamaha.
terrible.
So that explains the DNFs.
All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap on our ATV fantasy picks. So here's our women's class, and here's our Vet B 30+ class.
Listen, Ubaldo seems like a fun name.
I was gonna go with that, but then he looks like he just showed up for Florida. Like that's the only reason I did not go with that.
Exactly. All right. Listen, Nathan, thanks, buddy,
Yes.
for jumping on here and doing this out of the blue and just kind of being a good sport about it, man.
No problem.
Definitely going to wish you well. Also, are you going this weekend?
No, I'm staying local this year.
Okay.
I got like I said, I got 3 kids to take care of.
All right, well, then listen, buddy. We will see you then.
Prices
We'll
are-
see you in 2 weeks then at the next
2
East
weeks to
Coast
the
race.
East Coast. Yep.
All right, buddy.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Thank
welcome
you
to
Kenda.
welcome to. Absolutely. We'll see you, buddy.
Yeah, shout out to Kenda for having us. Yep, thanks.
Bye-bye.
See you, Nick.
All right, Clay. It's just down to us now, buddy. So the picks are in.
Yeah.
We're going to switch up. We're going to switch up the show just a tad, and we are going to jump on here with our good friend Larry Mills next. And I know we had a little difficulty getting Larry on the show, so I want to get him on here before we have maybe accidentally lose him. But everybody knows, pretty much everybody knows Larry Mills, the face and the name of DP Brakes, and he has been a tremendous sponsor of ours for the past several years, and more so than just a sponsor for racing. He's also been a super supporter of everything we've tried to do in relationship to the life behind the pros and all that kind of stuff. So Larry, we're gonna bring Larry on the show.
Hey
All
guys, how are you?
Hi Larry, how are you, buddy?
You can hear me, huh?
Al, you look good, you sound good, man. You got it going on, buddy.
Yeah, it took a while to get on here, but my wife figured it out. I have nothing to do with computers, so she's good with that. So
I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, Larry, listen.
yeah.
You are in. I mean, every time I turn around on Facebook or social media, I see some other facet of some type of motorsport that you guys are into. I mean, just tell us a little bit about the background of DP Brakes and just how you've gotten to where you are today.
Okay, so I'm originally from England. My dad came over here with Dunlop Tire. Started the whole motorcycle division for Dunlop Tire back in the 70s. And, I've always been involved with motorcycles and road racing, off-road, motocross, everything. So in 1990, he started the whole, back then it was called Dunlopad. That was the name back then. And it was just because it was part of Dunlop Tire. But we broke away, and in 98 we started DP Brakes. But I've been with DP Brakes now for 30 years. We've grown this business not only for sponsorship, but the brand and everything. I mean, you name DP out there, we're pretty much in every sport. I mean, just bike week alone, going down there for Daytona, I'm always there for GNCC. But then there's ATV Supercross, there's the Supercross bikes, there's flat track, there's road racing. Now there's Bagger Racing League. They're racing baggers on Daytona, which was crazy. So it's such a fun sport, and I love being involved. That's pretty much what I love to do.
Well, listen, Larry, I mean, I can just from experience, man, you are one of the promoters and sponsors and business owners that, I mean, you tend to make it your mission to kind of be a little bit of everywhere.
Yep.
And we see you everywhere. I mean, it's great when you're at the races because, I mean, you're super personable. You talk to everybody, you welcome everybody. And again, your product just speaks for itself, man. I mean, we don't even really need to promote DP brakes. Just people just need to put them on and realize just the durability and just how much life you get out of your product in comparison to other brake products. It's just amazing, man.
Well, it is, and I wanted to touch base on Chloe earlier. She lost her brakes, so Chloe, I just friended her. So call me or message me, because you know what, we sponsor a lot of the top pros, and I mean we sponsor every pro in the GNCC. As far as I think there's 18 of them. Everyone is on DP brakes, but you know what I love is supporting the youth, the amateur level, so you name it. I mean, we get hundreds of resumes every year, and you know, I don't turn anyone down. We give them some sort of support, which you know, it's an expensive sport. The moms and dads are paying for a lot of these kids to race, but you know what? If we can give them a discount or whatever, or if they go to a next level, we can help them out even more. But you know, I just love being part of it. You know, it's great.
Absolutely, man. And of course, everybody, I know everybody appreciates what you do for the sport, man. So, so let's talk a little bit about, you're working with us. You sent us some special promo stuff, and why don't you just explain a little bit about what you're willing to do here through the Hardcore Harvey Motorsports Life Behind the Pros podcast, and then we will talk about ways in which we can do this promotion here coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah, so I give you T-shirts, hats, but I want to do a special promotion for a certificate, and it's a gift certificate, which is $25 off. Okay, so this will give you a discount, but I want to do a special discount. It'll be a free set of brakes, obviously. So you can answer some questions, or if you got some you know, a competition that you want to do, or you know, if someone wins something, then I'll get them a free set of pads. But we have gift certificates available too. So, you know, they might get a free set, but the next set, they'll be 50% off. So, I mean, you know, that's also a good deal. Obviously, we do clutch kits, we do rotors. We do very well in the utility and the UTV racing. Obviously in GNCC they don't have UTV, but we sponsor the guys out west, and we're having a new series in the east with the UTV class 2. So you know, and as you said, our pads wear probably 2 to 3 times longer than any other brake pad in the industry. You got the other brands which they swear by. I'm on most of these forums, because I mean, it's funny because I'll make a comment, and then 5 or 10 of my sponsored riders will say, yeah, you got to buy DP. You got to buy DP because, you know, they believe in the product. And that's why we help people out to get the name out there. And they represent us so well. And we thank them so well for representing us.
Well, that's one of the things before there was ever any sponsorship, before anybody even knew who we were and all that, you know, we chose to run DP brakes. We chose to purchase DP brakes. That it was just because, you know, when you are racing by a shoestring budget and you're trying to get to the track week in and week out, if I can get 3 or 4 more races out of a set of brake pads, guaranteed that is the product that we're going to use, because you know it's expensive to do this sport, and the quality of your product hands down is just it just speaks for itself, man.
It does. I mean, you know, there is a lot to choose from out there, obviously. But you know what? Cheap isn't always the way to go. Yeah, you pay for what you get. Ours are a little more, but they're only like $3 or $4 or $5 more. But when you're getting 2 to 3 times of life, it's totally worth it. And not only available through me, you can buy through any Parts Unlimited. We're exclusive with Parts Unlimited. We do all the Moose branding too. So all Moose brakes, clutches, and rotors are made by DP. So they sell them at the track. Through, I think, XC Racing sell them at the track, and John Ayers sells them on the truck too. So I mean, you know, that's the Moose brand anyway. But yeah, we attach ourselves to good manufacturers, obviously.
Well, listen, I'm definitely going to make sure that Chloe gets a hold of you after her interview. That was good for you to pick. I like it. I love it. You picked up on that, man. That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
totally.
so I'm going to put you on the spot. What's your pro podium this weekend in South Carolina? What are you thinking?
All right. I'll have to say, well, Walker, Bryson,
Yeah.
and I let's do Gator.
Yeah, well, yes. All right. Adam McGill, absolutely on the podium this weekend.
Yeah, totally.
Agreed.
So
Larry,
yeah.
listen, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to jump
Thank
on
you.
here and be a part of this, and for the supporting the show with the break giveaway.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you can help, push out the DP brand. You're not going to be sorry if you haven't run DP before. I promise you're going to be happy you made that choice. Larry, we'll have you back on, buddy. I'd love to have you back again.
I'd love to do it again. Thanks. I appreciate it,
buddy.
Jeff. All right, man. Take care.
See you, man. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, that was Larry Mills with DP Brakes. And again, just it's what I love about this sport is the family of both vendors, sponsors, riders, everybody. It's just a big family that you can work together and it's just an awesome atmosphere. So
Did you catch he said he was from England?
he said he was from England. I didn't know that.
Bucket list.
Yeah, that was
He
like
clearly sounded more New York than England.
that was the unknown. Hold on here for a second. Hold on, Larry. You still there? Hey,
So do
Larry,
you want me
We
to
did-
talk in an English accent then?
listen, no, because then you'll get my wife all crazy.
No, I was only 12 when I came over, so
Okay, I did not know that fact
Yeah.
about you, man.
yeah. So
That's
that's
definitely
it. I'm a limey.
All right, man. We'll see you.
All right, bud.
All right,
Oh.
Clay, you're back.
I'm back. Oh, I didn't know I was coming back. Okay.
You're back. So just any quick wrap up comments on the ATV Fantasy before we move into our next interview this evening, which is going to be we're going with Jared Little up next.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring Jared Little onto the show.
Big client,
So,
Ryan.
I get anybody can play. They just shoot you a message on Facebook, I assume.
Yes,
And then
Facebook Messenger.
we'll automatically we'll tabulate your score, and if you beat us, we'll put you on the next show right next to our scores and Nathan's
Okay.
scores and Taylor's score. And if you win, you get some swag. I think we're working on some stuff. I don't know if it's done yet. Have you heard anything about the stuff we were talking about last time?
No, it's in the works though.
Okay,
It
we've
is
got
in
some
the works.
cool stuff in the works.
Yep.
We'll roll it out soon, but there may be some show exclusive stuff for winning the
Yes.
fantasy league or participating or
Well,
things like
let's
that.
not beat
So-
around the bush, dude. It's going to be life behind the pros swag, man. I mean,
okay,
we're-
I didn't know if you're all with announcements and stuff, so I don't know.
we're going to get it out there. All right, listen, we're going to go. Flying Ryan, are you there? I see the camera, but there you go. We're going to jump to Flying Ryan Wilhelm because Jared Little looked like he might have taken a nap on us. So we're going to, when he gets back, we'll bring him on. But up next is going to be our Kenda Kids Spotlight Rider of the Week. And we have nicknamed him Flying Ryan Wilhelm. And he had quite the weekend. So we're looking forward to talking to him about everything that he had going this weekend. And Andrea Rogers joined the show. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for joining us, hon.
Hey, girl.
All right, here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, there he is, Flying Ryan Wilhelm. And from Wilhelm Racing. Correct, Ryan?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, it's Ryan Wilhelm. It's RWR, Ryan Wilhelm Racing. Ryan, you had a killer weekend. I mean, not only did you race back to back, one day you raced twice in the same day. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So listen, while we're talking here, and Clay, if you can hear me, if you'll keep the volume down on the video, we're going to play this video in the background. Ryan, we're just going to kind of talk about your weekend as the video plays, and you just kind of keep us updated. All right. All right. So pull the volume down some, Clay.
I hate you right
All right. Okay, Ryan. You there, buddy?
Yeah.
There we go. All right, I like that better. All right. So, Ryan, you had a big weekend. We went to the New East Coast Series first. And tell us about how your day started at the New East Coast race.
Got there pretty early, just feeling good. Wasn't really like a stress, like I didn't really get like too nervous. but just like basically really not nervous.
So you raced your 150 in the youth race in the morning, right?
Yes.
So you raced the youth modified class,
Yes.
and that's actually on row 2, correct? That's not row 1.
Yes, that was row 2.
Okay, so tell us about your first lap, and then I'm going to tell you what I saw the first lap. So tell us about your lap 1.
Lap 1 was all right. Got second off the line, and I think I was sitting in like 4th or 5th. I knew I had to make up a lot of ground because I knew I had to get through the 250 row, and then after I got through the 250 row, it's just like more see who's in front of me. Brock was in front of me. I didn't really know what was going to happen, and I just knew I had to put down the hammer if Brock was going to be in front of me.
So you on lap 1 came around. I think I had you in 4th place, but you had 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in sight in the field section. And then the next time you came around, you were in 2nd, and you were bumper to bumper with Randolph in 1st. And then you made a crazy, incredible move going up the uphill field section to the finish line. And I don't know what you got in that bike, but it's loaded for bear, because that bike, you just pulled out and went around him like he was sitting still to take the lead.
Yes, the motor, I got to thank Baldwin for that. Putting in the work for that bike, making it run.
Well, that thing flat out gets it, man. So then you never, at that point, then you took the lead. I think you told me you dropped out of the lead one more time before you took the lead back to finish up with the win. Is that correct?
Yes, I did. Actually, I fell down twice. I got hung up on a tree. I got off. I just pushed myself back real quick. He got around me real quick after that. I think it was like the last 2 laps. There was a bottleneck, and I went down over the hill and just like I was hoping for the best. I almost got stuck, and he stuck around. Brock stuck around me, and I just knew I had to make up ground because we had 2 more laps left, and I got around him, and I just led it from there.
So then you came in to the finish line 1st overall from the 2nd row. You took the morning overall win in the youth modified class. So I know we did your podium. We talked to you on the podium, did a great job up there with us. And then we know Morgan got you off the podium, and you're off to get on bike number 2, and you raced the 2nd race of the day, correct?
Yes.
So tell us about race number 2.
I wasn't going out there to like do pretty good. I was just like more going out there just to like test out like where I was gonna be sitting. I wasn't really going for a position, but I did pretty good, and I was really happy. I think I got 3rd off the line, and just like basically sat in 3rd for a pretty good, basically the entire race.
So do I remember, did I see one of the laps coming through the field section? Did you roll that thing over?
Yeah, I got it good. I caught it.
It looks to me like you caught a tire.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you finished up day with 2 races, and then you guys decided for some crazy reason to get up Sunday morning and go back to the Mountain State race and race again. Is that correct?
Yeah, at first I was like, I'm tired, I don't want to do it. But then I was like, last minute, my mom's bike was getting washed, and we were like getting ready to put the other bike, the 250, away and just like load up her bike in the back of the truck. And I was like, why not? Let's do it.
Awesome, man. So listen, this picture right here, right there, is you and your mom. You and your mom lined up side by side. So you guys actually raced in the same class, or was that a split line?
It was a split line, but we started the same.
So tell me what happened right here off the start.
Get her.
Did you get her?
Yeah, I got her.
Maybe she let you win.
Maybe.
That's what moms do.
That's what moms do.
I was expecting her to come back around me.
Listen, if you remember correctly, at the East Coast race, She drove right by you on the ground. We were trying to get you up. You're almost unconscious, and she went right by, just trucking. Didn't even know you were down.
Yeah, she beat me overall.
I know. Well, dude, I tried to get you up off the ground. You're like, oh, I need a minute. Like,
I took a handful to the gut. That hurt.
Is that where you told him to go get his mom?
I did. I said she's only 10 seconds ahead of you. Get up and go get her. And she held you off the rest of the race, though, didn't she?
Yeah, I got the last couple laps at the end.
Well, listen, tell her if she wasn't listening on the fantasy, 2 out of the 4 fantasy pickers picked her to win the women's class.
Hear that? You better win.
Yeah, so she better get it together.
I'm paying bills, Harvey. Mama gotta pay bills.
All right, man. I'm going to take that video down, bring you back up. Hey, so tell us, Ryan, how you feeling for this weekend? What's your thoughts on the upcoming GNCC? And what are you projecting? How you're going to do this weekend?
I feel really good. I feel like I want to win, but you just never know what's going to happen. But I feel like I'm going to win. I feel really confident. This gave me a really big confidence boost this weekend, winning 2 races and going out there for the adult.
Yeah.
And not knowing what I was going to do and getting a third, racing 2 races, getting the overall, going to Mountain State, winning by 8 minutes. That felt really good. Dude,
that's a killer time, man. That's a great ride.
Yeah.
So key question for me is, what bike you racing this weekend?
Kind of awkward, but the purple bike felt really good at first, but we might have to be switching up and go back to yellow.
Yeah, because I think when you finished and got the overall win at the East Coast race, you started telling me you thought you were going to put that bike back on the line for the Nationals.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, Ryan, first of all, thanks, buddy. Great job this weekend. It was tons of fun to watch you out there. Normally we're out there racing with you, but it was awesome to watch you. You're getting super fast, man. You're doing everything right. Keep working hard, buddy. So, of course, everything you do personally, you got a lot of help. Who would you like to say thanks to tonight for all the help you get?
I got to thank Mom and Dad, Steel City Poured Walls, R&W Equipment, Baldwin Motorsports for doing the 150, making that thing run, RJR for helping too, getting all the parts for that bike. Both of those guys, huge shout out to them. They did a lot of good work on the bike. Waynesburg Yamaha, O'Neill, ODI, DP Brakes, Kenda Tires for hooking up this weekend. Amazing. Custom Axis Shocks, Recluse, Lone Star Racing, JSR, 6D Helmets, Scott Goggles, Goldspeed, Outlaw Motorsports, EVS, Ryan Wilhelm Racing, Hardcore Harvey, KH Photography.
Awesome job. Hey, awesome job, Ryan. And also, I want to tell you, every time I talk to you, you continue to get better and better with your interviews, man. That's going to be a big part of you moving forward, buddy. So proud of you. We'll keep working with you on that. And dude, thanks for being a part of the show tonight. Tell your mom and dad thanks also. And we will talk to you later, brother.
Yep. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, mate. See you guys. All right, man. So that brings us, guys, we're coming to the home stretch here, and we're about to bring on a guest that we have been trying to get on this show forever. This guy, he's like elusive. Like he's like the albino deer of racing. Like you can never nail him down. So we finally got him on here tonight. Our rider spotlight for the last one of the night is Jared Little. He runs Pro-Am class at the locals. I think he's running Vet A at the Nationals, but I'll let him clarify that for us on that. But the only downside to this guy, I mean, he come on Kenda this year, so we're super happy to have him be a part of Team Kenda. But he just doesn't know how to spell. I mean, I don't know why he can't spell Honda, but he just doesn't seem to be able to do that. So we're going to welcome Jared Little.
You shouldn't talk about spelling.
I shouldn't talk about spelling. You're right. We're going to welcome Jared Little to the show. Jared, welcome, buddy.
How's it going?
Good, man. Good. So this is like the 3rd time we've tried this, and this is finally a success. So I'm sure we need to thank Tiffany in the background for making this happen. But
well, hey, my birthday is in March, so it's in March. Leprechauns, they're hard to catch.
Absolutely, man. So Jared, I know you and I talked at the end of last year, kind of like a lot of guys at the end of the season, you weren't real sure about what you were going to do next year. I mean, at one point, even joking around, you're like, I don't know, might not even run, blah, blah, blah. And then we get into wintertime. You came down to the shop once, and we kind of did some part swapping and trading around with some folks and got to talking about racing. And then you're like, I think I'm going to do it again. And then it was like, then you kind of flipped a switch, and you're like, I think I'm going to get serious. So all of a sudden, you have flipped the switch, man. We got you on Team Kenda, and we're definitely happy about that. But tell us what happened that kind of got you from, I don't even know if I'm coming back, to now you're working out and training.
Well, it's that way after every year. You guys hit the nail on the head a little bit ago when, things just keep going up and up and up, and it's hard to afford it whenever you're doing it hardcore, but at the end of the day, it's something I love to do, and I say it every year. I just turned 35 this year, and it gets harder and harder on the old body. I mean,
that's terrible.
Hey,
wow.
Well, hey, look at you. It only takes one. Then you take a spill and you're out. So
that's true, buddy.
But no, it's just I've done it since I was 21. It gets in your blood, and it's hard to say no. I mean, at the end of the day, it's something you love to do, and it's not a sport that you could just dabble your finger in and expect not to get drugged back in, waist deep. So
listen, the worst thing a racer can do is go back to the racetrack. That's the worst thing you can do. I mean, because
I give you a lot of props, because if I was there like you were Saturday, I'd have a bike. I mean, I can't even go watch and it's with everything. You even hear the national anthem, and in the back of your mind, as soon as that's done, you hear all the motors fire up. So it's something that gets, in you, and you just can't get it out no matter how old you are. So that's the biggest thing.
So tell us about how your season's going so far. Nationals, and then we'll talk a little bit about this weekend also.
Nationals, they're starting off a little rocky. I mean, Vet A, it's no joke. I mean, that class it's stacked. So you got to bring your A game every weekend there. First, South Carolina was 11th. I skipped Florida, went to Georgia, got 7th. So we're moving in the right direction. If I can get top 5s, I'll be satisfied. But you always want that number 1 spot. But Vet A is no joke.
Absolutely. So, and those guys are for real. And some of those guys used to be pros. So, I mean, it's not like they just worked their way in there. They've been here for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So this week,
Kevin Yoho, I mean.
Yeah. So this weekend, you race back-to-back. I didn't know you were going to do that. I thought you were just going to be fair weather Saturday guy. And all of a sudden, I see pictures of you running the Mountain State.
I know. Well, it's kind of like what I just said. I got up Sunday morning, and I'm a last-minute kind of guy, and I saw the 14 sitting there all clean, and I'm like, you know what? We might as well go do it. And I'm glad I did, even though it wasn't quite the weather I wanted, but can't be a fair weather racer all the time.
Dude, you got fans on here. You got fans. You see this?
Someone's fan.
Frankie Notes. Oh my God,
Frankie.
Jared, I'm your biggest fan. Then he's got the Go Team Little.
Oh, you got to love him.
Hey, so actually Sunday you put a heck of a ride in Sunday, if I saw the results correct.
Oh, I did. I got first. Stout, he's a young one coming up. He's hard to catch once he breaks out there, but something happened to him. I saw him past him on the hill climb, and I didn't see him again. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you gotta keep up with them. You can't let them get too far out of your sight. But I hate mud, but it just seems like I always do good in it. Last year I got second overall in a race, but
for hating it, man, you did pretty darn good. What were you 6th overall or 5th overall?
5th. I was 5th Sunday, 6th Saturday. So
yeah, so I mean, you had a great weekend. Two top 10s and a top 5. Man,
I know. I'll take it.
So you're
I
trending.
gotta tell you, those Kendas. I mean, I was a little skeptical this year, but I'm glad you got me in touch with them, and I can't say enough good things about them. They did good Saturday and Sunday. I don't have a complaint. Not one bit out of them.
I think I told you if I could just get you on a set, I thought you'd be happy with them, because you were real skeptical in the beginning. Because listen, the guys who know you, you're pretty darn particular about everything. So I figured we had to get you on board, and I'm glad you're on there. I'm glad you're having success. You're definitely trending in the right direction. So how are you feeling about Tiger Run?
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to skip the next couple. Work.
Okay.
I'm kind of the middleman on the totem pole, so these Fridays it's hard to drive all night and get there and race. So,
well, then I'm assuming we'll see you then in 2 weeks at the next local, or are you going to set that out also?
Oh no, I'll be at the majority of locals, both Ronnie, Paul, and Richie. I'm going to try to hit all those.
Good deal, man.
Starting in Ohio, I'll probably hit most of the nationals after that.
Well, good deal, man. So congratulations on you got your season kind of going in the right direction this weekend. You're super talented, man. I mean, I think the sky's the limit if you really try to get in shape like you are.
That's the key.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, congrats so far, man. Who do you want to say thanks to real quick for your success so far this year?
I want to give a thanks to, first and foremost, Kenda, O'Neill, RJR, Scott, IMS, Liette, ASV, RJR, BNR, Hauser Racing, you, of course, for getting me in touch with a couple of people. And
you're welcome.
I mean, I got to give a special thanks to my mom. She's been there since day one. If it wasn't for her, this probably wouldn't even be true. So
absolutely,
I got to give thanks for the family, because anybody that does this sport knows it takes time, and it takes time and dedication. And sometimes you got to spend a little time away from them, but they're pretty understanding. So
listen, it takes a very patient, significant other. So you got a good one. Believe me, I know. I got one right here sitting beside me. She's going, truth. That's the truth. He's saying the truth.
But and I, you know, I don't feel a lot of people give thanks to the fans. You know, there's sometimes you're running on empty that last lap and they're cheering you on, and I've always felt that kind of gives you that last boost on that last lap. So I want to give thanks to the fans too. I mean, I don't hear a lot of people thank them. So
you're right, man. That's a great call. And listen, for somebody who didn't want to do this, you came on here and knocked it out of the park, brother. You did a great job tonight. So great interview. Thanks for being with us, man. We'll look forward to seeing you at the Ronnie Paul race here in a couple weeks, and then we will have you back on the show and kind of see how things are going, buddy.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Harvey.
See you, buddy. Bye. All right, guys, and we're going to bring Clay back here real quick. Clay, you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
XC-Lay, you're back, buddy. All right, so I need your help as we wind things down here on episode 4. First of all, great show tonight. Thanks to all of our guests. Thanks to Nathan Pierce for being our guest picker. Thanks to my beautiful wife, Taylor, for being our guest co-host and guest picker. My goal is to make her roll more and more as we move into more and more of this. And of course, thank you.
Really didn't want to be on camera because I just got done working out, which makes one of us.
I'm injured.
Oh man, he pulls that card when he.
Anyway, Clay, Clay, thank you for being a part of this and helping us with all the technology. Thanks to all of our guests. Thanks to Flying Ryan Wilhelm and Ryan Wilhelm Racing. Thanks to Jared Little. Thanks to Larry Mills with DP Brakes, of course. And just thanks to Chloe Harper for jumping on here unexpectedly, making the fantasy picks kind of fun. Clay, I need your help here. We're going to try to bring on this. We're going to try to bring this picker thing on.
Okay.
So we've got 24 entries.
That sounds about right.
So I think it actually worked. So I'm going to actually go and do the drawing. Okay.
So this is for folks, the episode swag.
Yes.
Swag bag.
Folks, if you have not entered yet, type in a comment. Hardcore Nation. If you've already entered, you can only enter once. It doesn't count them if you enter more than once. So we're going to go up here and we're going to make sure this works. Here we go, guys. Everybody, good luck. Here we go.
Oh, I'm in the mix.
Larry
Mills.
All right, so I'm going to speak for Larry, and I'm going to say he's probably going to want us to draw again.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how we go about doing that, but I tell you what we'll do, Clay. We will pick out of that, and we will decide on a winner, and we'll post that. But congratulations, Larry, on winning your own contest.
I think we should get Larry in here for picks one of these days. I think he'd be really good.
Good deal. Larry says, give it back. All right, guys. So that's going to put a wrap to episode 4, Life Behind the Pros. Again, thanks everybody so much for supporting the channel and supporting this show. If you don't know, we are now on YouTube. It's Jeff Harvey, Hardcore Harvey Motorsports is the channel. We'd definitely appreciate if you consider subscribing to that channel and help us get off the ground with YouTube also, and that kind of stuff. So, Clay, I think as we say here in the business, episode 4 is...
It's in the can, baby.
It's in the can. Guys, for XC Lay, this is Hardcore. Just remember, Hardcore Nation, in all you do, go hardcore. Thanks, guys.